Greetings, nerdlings, and welcome to AmalgamNation Presents World of Lorecraft, Herocraft, Cairne Bloodhoof edition. Cairne Bloodhoof was the chief of the United Tribes of Torn, chieftain of the Bloodhoof and leader of the Thunder Bluff. Allying with the Horde upon its arrival in the shores of Kalimdor, Cairne stood as one of its wisest, most venerated leaders. He wielded the shaman-blessed Bloodhoof rune spear. Biography of Cairne. The fearless and wizened leader of the Bloodhoof Torn, Cairne lived near the shores of the Great Sea in the Barrens. Cairne was a peerless warrior and wise leader of his ancient people. Though slowed somewhat by the weight of age, Cairne still possessed great strength and valour. This great-hearted giant knew that his people were in grave danger of extermination from the marauding centaurs. However, he never gave up hope of one day finding a way to lead his people to a new land where they can make their home and live in peace. However, between the centaur marauders' savage attacks on his people and their hunting of local game to near extinction, Cairne planned to relocate his tribe to the verdant lands of Mulgore. But with centaur attacks growing more and more frequent, Cairne knew that on the open plains they would not be able to defeat them, and he quickly began to lose hope. Things changed when Cairne met Troll, the young war chief of the new Orcish horde, and watching him battle and destroy a group of centaurs who had been attacking a Tauren, he became intrigued with their nobility and savagery. When Troll told him that they came to look for their destiny, Cairne directed him to the north, where there was an oracle. Troll reported seeing an army of centaur going north, and Cairne quickly left to defend his village. Troll brought his followers with him and followed Cairne to defend the village. After defending against wave after wave of centaur warriors, Cairne told Troll of his plight, and Troll vowed to protect the caravan of Tauren as they crossed the Barrens to Mulgore in exchange for the location of the oracle. Cairne and Troll managed to evade and defeat the centaur marauders and finally made it to Mulgore. Cairne told Troll that the oracle was within Stone Talon Peak and bid him good luck. Upon arriving at Stone Talon, Troll was surprised to find that Cairne had sought him out and pledged to repay the debt they owed Troll and the Horde. Cairne enlisted the Wyverns to help them and helped to free them from the Harpies. He then helped to claim the peak from the humans so that they could enter freely. However, Jaina Proudmoore entered first. Cairne and Troll split upon entering the bowels of Stone Talon, and Cairne found an enchanted spirit stone that would activate an ethereal bridge towards the oracle. When they found the oracle, Cairne and Troll found Jaina already there. All three spoke to the oracle, whom Troll recognized as the prophet, which instructed him to go to Kalimdor, and he told them that they must all ally if they wished to defeat the Burning Legion. The three hesitantly agreed. Cairne's wisdom and strength and power of his Tauren warriors helped Troll to reclaim Grom Hellscream. In a combined effort, the sorcery of all three races were needed to purge the demonic influence from Hellscream. United in arms, Cairne pledged the loyalty of his race to the Horde, and together they managed to defeat the Burning Legion once again. Cairne helped the Orcs establish their new nation of Durtar before bidding them farewell and leaving to take his own people to a new land in Mulgore. There they established a strong defence against the centaurs and harpies who harassed them. Several months later, however, Cairne's son Bane Bloodhoof was captured by centaurs. Cairne feared the worst and slipped into a lethargic depression. His followers scrambled to lead their people adequately, but they were no substitute for Cairne's wisdom. His second, Tagar, tried to help Cairne, but Cairne would not hear of it. Tagar feared that without the leadership of Cairne, the Tauren would not last long. When Raxar and Rokan arrived to ask Cairne for the Tauren's assistance in the coming battle against Admiral Proudmoore and his Kultiras forces, Cairne told them to leave him and tell Troll that he had died. Tagar told the heroes of Bane's capture, and they quickly left to investigate his disappearance. With the help of Bovan Windtotem, they recovered Bane and returned him to his happy father. Cairne, overjoyed, told Rexar that not only would he pledge the service of his people to Troll once more, he would be returning himself. He joined with Rexar's band of warriors and returned to Dustwallow, and then helped to repel Proudmoore's forces. Victorious, they then took the fight to the humans and ended Proudmoore's reign of hatred. Cairne returned to his people and his son in Mulgore. Cairne also recognised that the nomadic traditions of the Tauren society were a danger to the survival of the Tauren. There were few Tauren, and their wandering lifestyle meant that they would be vulnerable to attacks by Centaur, Quillboar, and other races. With the help of the Horde, Cairne secured the grasslands of Mulgore as a permanent home for the Tauren and constructed their first city high atop Thunder Bluff. Lore about Cairne within World of Warcraft. Cairne was dedicated to serving his people and to watching over their safety in an ever-darkening world. An outstanding warrior, Cairne was considered one of the most dangerous creatures alive. Despite his strength and valour, he was a gentle soul who longed only for the peace and tranquility of the open plains. It was rumoured that if he could lay the responsibilities of chieftain on another, he would have left Thunder Bluff in an instant to retire to the wilds. Many believed that he was training his son Bane to take his place as chieftain one fateful day. Cairne employed only Tauren holy striders out of respect of their long heritage. Although his demeanour did not suggest a covert mind, Cairne did not disclose how many holy striders he employed, only that they are all Tauren. Perrot Stormhoof, a notable holy strider, worked only for Cairne Bloodhoof and kept many of his leaders' secrets. Even secrets Thrall didn't know. Cairne was the spiritual leader of the Tauren tribes in Kalimdor. He had an incredibly strong connection with the environment and deeply respected both the elemental forces and the natural beasts of the wild. Cairne was an extremely wise individual, but his lumbering demeanour often came across as ponderously slow to members of other races. He always preferred to contemplate problems before acting to try to solve them, and frequently meditated for several days in a row without interruption. However, when he did decide to act, Cairne could rarely be deterred from his path. He fought with incredible passion, but was never out of control. He preferred to observe his enemies before fighting them, so that he could more fully understand their strengths and weaknesses. Cairne had a very trusting attitude toward the orcs, and greatly respected their newly shamanistic culture. Night elves are likewise regarded positively because of their strong connection with the woodland environment. However, he usually avoided humans, dwarves, and goblins, and if they had to be dealt with, he tended to treat them in a patronizing manner. Cairne believes that the spiritual eyes of these races had not fully opened yet, and that members of these races are in essence children who are still learning and must be coddled. He had great disdain for the arcane practices of high elves and deeply resented their abandonment of the natural ways. Cairne in World of Warcraft Cataclysm expansion. Shocked at the rumours that the new warchief slaughtered innocent druids, Cairne challenged Garrosh Hellscream to an honourable duel in the arena of Orgrimmar. Prior to the battle, Magatha Grimtotem offered to bless Garrosh's weapon, Gorehowl. However, unknown to Garrosh, Magatha secretly poisoned the weapon with a potent toxin. During the course of the fight, Cairne appeared to have the upper hand until his ancient Bloodhoof rune spear was shattered by Gorehowl. Garrosh attacked again, cutting Cairne along his chest. As Cairne began to retaliate, the poison from Gorehowl sank into his blood, weakening him. As he died from the poison, he realized Magatha's betrayal, his final thought, and so, I, who have lived my whole life with honour, die betrayed. His body was taken to Thunder Bluff, and after the uprising of the Grim Totem and retaking of Thunder Bluff by his son Bane, Cairne's remains were placed upon a pyre, along with the shattered debris of his rune spear. Thrall returned to mourn him, devastated by the loss of his friend. In a final farewell and show of honour to his friend, Thrall took a small piece of the shattered rune spear with him. Bane then succeeded his father as leader of the Horde. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, play the game and game to play.